Chapter 3. The Shadow Dreamer. The next morning, Henry set out on his quest with a sense of determination. He had a plan. He would retrace his steps, follow the path of the dark dream, and find its dreamer. Ember, sensing his resolve, decided to accompany him, her small dragon form casting a warm glow around them. They started at the heart of the city, where the dream had first appeared. Henry closed his eyes, reaching out with his senses, trying to pick up the trail of the dream. He felt the residual energy, a cold, prickling sensation that sent shivers down his spine. Following the energy trail, Henry and Ember ventured into parts of the city they had never been before. They passed through the labyrinth of crystal caves, crossed the bridge of sighs, and climbed the stairs of infinity. The journey was long and arduous, but Henry didn't mind. He was on a mission, and he wouldn't rest until he had completed it. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they arrived at a part of the city that was unlike any other. It was a place where the sun didn't shine, where the colors were muted, and where the air was heavy with a sense of despair. At the center of it all was a house, dark and foreboding, that stood out against the gloomy backdrop. As Henry approached the house, he felt a wave of fear wash over him, but he pushed it aside, reminding himself of his purpose. He knocked on the door, his heart pounding in his chest. The door creaked open, revealing a man who looked as if he carried the weight of the world on his shoulders. His eyes were haunted, his face etched with lines of worry. He looked at Henry, a flicker of hope in his eyes. "I've been expecting you," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "You're the dream weaver, aren't you?" Henry nodded, taking a deep breath. "I am, and I believe I can help you." And so, under the watchful eyes of Ember, Henry stepped into the house, ready to face whatever lay ahead. He was about to delve into the darkest dream he had ever encountered, not knowing what he would find, or if he would succeed. But one thing was certain. Henry was not just a dream weaver. He was a man of courage, a man of resolve, a man who would stop at nothing to turn nightmares into dreams. And in a world full of strange things, that was the most extraordinary thing of all. But what happens next, dear reader, is a story for another chapter. For now, let us leave Henry at the threshold of the dark house, standing tall, ready to face the shadows. For in the world of dreams, the only thing to fear is fear itself. And Henry was not afraid.